You. Okay.
Lamongsi. Bermino. We Ilienti Sumpra. Winzabin Brunki Trumpy. Sum Primo. Venture Cribble Crunch. Yibble Bin Su.
Hi guys. Hi Shayla. What's up, brother? I'm doing a last streaming sesh before I go to sleep tonight. Because I finally got my camera to work. Okay. I don't know. Oh, she must be watching TV.
Oh, Kitsy. Philist.
So tad. So tad.
Sophisa was a Bentamins go.
Wincy Fla.
Yesy.
Sibble Zabble. Soof.
So turn. So turn. Voa.
So Sully.
Oh, Brienne.
Nisabombi Soquus.
So turn.
No, when do I ever do a repeat, Trishawn? When have I ever done that? Maybe once, but I was trying to do a test stream.
You mean?
Nisabombi Soquus.
いらっしゃいませ。ストリームエレメンツ。
Bernimu Wialenti. Supra.
One second, guys. So I'm not going to be doing too much chatting. The pizza was great. Pizza was really good. And I watched a movie with the roomies, and now I somehow got my camera to work. Like it's not freezing yet, but we'll see once it probably overheats, which it usually does. So I might actually have to return my webcam that I just ordered. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Inzoy, finally! Ty, I don't know how I got my camera to work. I think I put it in just the wrong port. But I don't know how I missed that. I don't know. I missed everything, though. But I guess we gaming again? We gaming, boys? So, I'll give you 1 second. We're just gonna have a cozy night. And I have been waiting so long to show you guys this game. So, I know I'm so behind the fucking bandwagon of gameplay, but at least I debuted it though. I'm just gonna have her on automation right now. I'm just moving kind of slow right now. Oh, what? Nice. Okay. Oh. My mic is muted? Oh.
いらっしゃいませ。
Let me try
ブラッ
again.
ダークどうぞ。
Testing. My mixer says it's on. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear the audio? Oh, you can? Okay, cool. Sorry, let me take care of this post right now. I'm trying to... One thing I've learned about getting older is to work slower. So, working slower actually has been very helpful with my like workflows.
Sum Primo. Venture Cribble Crunch.
Venture
Yibble
Cribble
Bin
Crunch.
Su Amo. Nasa Clant. Lamongsi. Spermino. We Ilinti Sumpra. Winzabin Brunki Trumpy.
No matter what you say or what you do. Oh, the web browser. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry for all the interruptions. I just want a game, dude. I have been trying for like ever since I moved here. I've been trying so hard to just get my camera to stop
い
freezing
らっしゃいませ。
and just
シェイラ
game like a normal ass
922
person. Should I return my webcam then tomorrow? It could save me a little bit of money. Now I'm working slow. I used to do everything at like 200 miles per hour, yeah, but like now definitely working slower has brought me a lot more peace. Oh, good night, Muleware. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, Oto-san. Thank you guys for picking up the for the, what is it called? The airsoft gear. At least it's going to a good cause. Are you guys gonna watch the movie? Okay, I'm gonna close my door. Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay, thank you. Enjoy your movie. I think I fixed my camera.
What?
I think I fixed my camera. It's not freezing.
Good.
Thanks. I might have to return the fucking webcam that I just bought.
Oh well.
I don't know. Oh well, save me money. Okay, bye. Have fun. Okay, bye guys. Everybody who has to leave. Bye and good night. We're gonna try to have a cozy night tonight. What is it called? I guess I won't need the controller. I want to play Monster Hunter, so I actually bought Monster Hunter. I am downloading it right now. Or do games run? I mean, do games continue to download if you game and something's downloading or no? Because maybe I'll just have it download overnight. What's up, Swift?
Sorry. Also, don't forget about your
I know. It's still in the kitchen. Thank you. I'll be up for a little bit. Oh my god, I'm so excited to play this. We also watched
いらっしゃいませ。
Smile
ゆ
2.
るえら。
We watched Smile 2 and that was a really, really creepy movie. Oh, thanks, Oto-san. Yeah, so these are one of the new glasses that I got. I like that they're silver. Unfortunately, I'm too blind for rimless glasses, like without the frame. And I was going for that look, but these kind of like look like the rimless glasses. This is the look that I was going for. So I really, really love these glasses. Makes me look older. You liked Smile 2? I actually haven't seen Smile 1. Smile 2 was... The actress was really freaking good. Oh, she's sleeping already? Why? What time is it? Oh, she's taking a nap. I like the automation on Inzoi because I can just enjoy and like watch my Zoe take care of herself as I talk to you guys. So yeah, guys, I have been dying to just have a good cozy night with streaming and playing, but every time I did, my camera just kept freezing and it was so annoying. And this is like a problem I've had for years. And maybe it's just user error, but it just has been a problem forever. Housewarming starting now? Oh yeah. The last time we played this, I think it crashed or something like that. Girl, you have a housewarming. Why are you taking a nap? Okay, stop taking a nap. Here we go. What's wrong? Why is she miserable? You hear that sound?
いらっしゃいませ。レストリーンボット。
Dude, this happened last time. I was like miserable. Look, I look so cute. And she's wearing purple. Hi, Hero. I've been good. Just working.
Nukupivani.
Yeah, so the webcam earlier that I no, not the webcam I showed you guys earlier. Oh, thanks, Hero. Nice to see you on the stream. Thanks for stopping by. No, I actually ordered the Razer Kio Pro Ultra webcam, and that was because I thought that my camera was gonna continue to freeze, but now that it's not freezing as I game, it's like, what do I do? Should I return it? That's a whole $300 something that I could get back. I could just return it and get a refund. Maybe I should save this money right now. I think that would be the better thing. Yeah, remember after my house warming party like went on? I think it was a fail. Like this party sucked, remember? And then like at the very end, like when it ended, it just crashed. So apparently my party sucked. Damn it. Thanks, Hero. Have a good night. Okay, yeah. All I remember from the last time we played this was that the party freaking sucked. See, I look so... I look annoyed as fuck. Why does she look like this? Hello? Chat with them. Look, they're uncomfortable. Share workout routine. There we go. Make conversation. Come on now. Be friendly. I love that you can... I love that you can move the windows. Very, very smart for HUD. What? Y'all done talking already? What the hell a fireman doing here? This is the weirdest party I've ever had. Actually, I lie. I've been to some couple weird parties. Return it? Okay, I'll return it. Get my money back. Because now the camera's working, apparently. Okay, let's see. What is this? Events? Oh, that's my thing. I have like Yu-Gi-Oh playing in the back too. Let's put that there. This party sucks. Let's put some music on. Do you guys like my bar? I made this bar a little while ago. A couple months ago. It looks so pretty. Oh, look, he's dancing. Okay. You look kind of nervous. Oh, you're the theme park employee. Yeah, that's hip hop. Irashaimase. No, I never beat Wukong. Not yet. I was actually stuck on a boss and I got deterred from finishing it, so I actually gotta finish it like all the other games I haven't finished yet. My glasses are kind of bothering me right now. I thought I was gonna change the music, girl. I think the last time I played this, like I made some food and like no one ate it. Why am I being an introvert at my own party? Alright, it's time to drink. Let's drink. What? I'm just gonna pretend this is a beer tap. No, not the tiger. I beat the tiger boss already. I was stuck on I think it was like a Buddha boss. Where am I at? This is horrible music. What the hell? Can we turn this off? This is like some twerking music. Hurry up and drink your water so we can change this music. I was playing Inzoion first release. How's the new updates? This is the first time I literally just opened this up 5 minutes ago, so I have no idea what the new updates are like right now. I haven't even updated it yet because I haven't been able to play, but I did play it on first release also. I was one of the creators that they had in their Discord for launch. And it's still in beta, I believe. I don't think it's even like fully... I don't think it's fully developed yet. Okay, that's enough water. Turn this shit off. Or change it to pop music. There. It's a lot better. See, I'm just peaceful. Celebrating by myself. Nothing special here. Where is everybody? Everybody's in my in my content room. Dude checking it. Why is everybody in here? This is weird. It's all guys too. Like, why y'all don't want to talk to the girls downstairs? What is this? Gay fest? I actually have this in my house, in my apartment right now. Or not right now, but I actually have one of these. Why is everybody hanging out there? Someone come talk to me. Why'd I do this? There. Honestly, that's how content dudes are. Let's go. Yeah, they had update notifications, just been hard to keep track. Yeah, there was so many... Where's that sound coming from? Oh, are you okay? Is he hungry? What's wrong with him? Why are you making all them noises? Oh, it don't look like you thinking anybody, girl. Okay, can I do this? Okay, let's see if anyone does anything. Yay! Hello, people. Why are they so boring? Oh God, she's getting sick. Girl, eat some. She's getting hungry. Okay, let's make some food. All right, what are we making, guys? Should we just make a pizza? Oh, birthday cake. I just had my birthday recently. Should we do that? Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of birthday. Let's make a pizza. They stay together at parties and act like high schoolers when a dude gets a number and try to make content out of it. Ew. Is this guy stuck outside? That was a long ass name, whoever's username that was. Where's the food I'm making? Oh. Ooh. Oh, why am I making the pizza at the bar? I'm being so introverted at this party. At my own party. What's up, EXT? I'm good. I'm just cozy gaming right now. I finally got my camera to work. No, I'm not. I haven't done any car events at all lately. I haven't had any time to since finding a new job. And my new job involves me working 6 days a week. So I have no time for events, nor do I actually want to make time for events. I've actually found some peace and living a very routine life right now is what I was looking for. Hi, Sasuke. So I get that like I have one off day. Today I actually had an off day because no one came in for work and my boss said, okay, no one comes in for work, then let's just not have a work day. I wanted to come in for work, but nobody else wanted to. Well, a couple of us, but Trishan, I saw that. I saw you said that. But yeah, no, I haven't been enjoying the routine lately. I really like this. This is a cool beat. And I realized that I have one day off. Sometimes I have a lot of time in between my shift. I don't have to go to work until like 3 or clock until 3. But like, I just have been very selfish with my me time lately. You know, Sundays are my non-negotiable. I can try to do certain things, but I'd rather spend that time with my boyfriend. And just my own. Why? Who broke my sink? Who the hell? You know, I'm clearly rich in this game, so let's just replace it with money. None of you bitches ate the fucking pizza, dude. Fine. Y'all don't want any food? Look, this girl doing homework at my party. These guys are trying to figure it out. All right, I'm being so shy. Look, I'm kicking it with the girl. This is actually very accurate. This is literally something I would do in real life. Eat food and chill with the quiet person. I love hanging with the quiet people. Hi, Kinetic. Hi, Kevin. How have you been? I feel it. I support that. Love hearing the transition. Proud of you. Thank you. I remember you voicing about the change. Thank you for being transparent about that. I mean, I feel like I don't have to explain myself to anybody, but being transparent has definitely given a lot of people clarity as to like what my moves are. Not that it's anybody's fucking business anyway, but I have been talking about this need for peace for some years now, even while I was freelancing. So I'm finally here. And I'm like not letting anyone disturb that peace. I even turned off comments on my Twitter, for example, so that I don't care if it's good feedback or bad feedback or shit like that. I just really don't care about that anymore. Because there would be like times where, not trying to sound like a brat about this, but when I would post something like, and I wanted to see some like meaningful responses or something relevant, people just respond with, oh my gosh, Cece, you're so hot. Or, oh, hey, Cece, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Okay, goddess. I get it. I get that you guys put me on a pedestal, but like, I want to feel like I'm talking to like some real ass humans, you know? I don't want to feel like I'm talking to the internet. Like, when I post content on TikTok, that's where it's the most annoying. Because I'll post something, and not to sound like this is narcissistic of me. I'm like, hey, you know, comment on the video I just posted. I don't say that, but I want people to comment on the video I just posted. Something relevant to the goddamn video I just posted. Oh, well, that's so sad, Brazzle Dazzle. It's not like I'm trying to date you or anything, but so I hope you find somebody that you find attractive, because I'm not trying to attract you. Number one. Number two, I don't think anybody is attracted to you. So, I hope you have a nice day, Brazzle Dazzle. That's not a joke, bitch. So, if you think that was funny, then you can go jump off a cliff. Because that wasn't funny. But anyways, yeah, I turned off the comments on my Twitter because I just don't want to fucking hear it. I kind of wish I could. I mean, you can turn off comments on TikTok, but it does look very negative. Gives off a very like negative facade. So Twitter, I love turning off the comments. I love that I can just like write my thoughts and like no one has anything to say. Group photo. Now you guys want to take a group photo? Oh, nah, let's not do that. I don't feel like doing this.
いらっしゃいませ。さじゅけくじゅさん。
You thought you ate with that joke, huh? Thanks, Swift. He really thought he ate, right? I don't find you attractive, bitch. Like, I'm not here to get into your mix or personal life, but as a human and genuinely care, I show acknowledgement to personal life transparency. I remember messaging you with the personality a little, and you were so open. That's what gets people to understand the human side of you and feels real. Like I said, genuine and tangible. Yep, I totally agree. I think it's all about transparency and being authentic. I also believe in boundaries, and sometimes people do develop parasocial relationships with the person they see on the other side of the screen. I do think people are developing unhealthy connections with the internet and social media, and I think it's good to step back and detach. So that's what I've been doing. And stepping away from social media has really given me a lot of clarity and shown me how immersed we've been in social media, and it's really unhealthy. It's obsessive and it's unhealthy. And it's funny because I've jumped from industry to industry. I see it from the freelance influencer perspective, and I also have the perspective from my normal 9-to-5 job. And people still act the same. A couple of our girls on my dance team at work quit simply because they just wanted to. It's no different than just getting a new job. It's so normal, or it should be. And when these girls quit, our community in our Discord were like, oh my god, I'm crying, screaming, throwing up because these girls quit. Can we petition Simone to come back? Like, no, she doesn't want to be back here, guys. She wants to look for a different job that makes her
いらっしゃい
happy.
ませ。
And then
ミューティッ
some,
ク28。
I think she was like a teenager, or sounded like a teenager, and she was like, I got into an argument with my parents over the Sunset Girls discussion or some shit like that. And I'm just like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Why are we so immersed in this way that it's literally making you sick? You can't even function in real life because you're so invested in someone you don't know that's on your phone screen. There's a lot of things that I do show on the internet, but then there's a lot of things I don't show on the internet, and it makes people feel like I'm their close friend, you know? And it's just like, no. I mean, I'm probably well known to you to some degree, but like we're not relatives or anything, you know? But like, you guys get what I'm saying? I think it's just unhealthy right now. So that's why I took a step back, because everybody felt like they were owed some sort of explanation or some sort of accessibility to me, and it was getting overwhelming. It was getting irritating. I was getting resentful about it. It didn't matter who it was, and I just wanted to kind of like feel human. Oh man, she can't even. Wait, did she get enough sleep? Oh, she did get enough sleep. Okay, go wash your ass because you are dirty. Oh, she's miserable. I saw a fine chick earlier while street sweeping, and I tried to holler at her, but the bitch flipped me off. You know, she was right to flip you off, Trishawn. I like absolutely hate catcalling. And you saying that you tried to holler at her? That is
いら
ghetto,
っしゃい
bro.
ませ。
No.
クッキングダイス。
Women don't want to be hollered at. No woman wants to be fucking catcalled. I hate that shit so much. Be a gentleman. Come on, we were just we have had so many years of talking about being a gentleman, and like, Come on now. I need you guys to lock the fuck in and actually take my advice. Because I want to have meaningful conversations now on the internet. I want to talk. I want to like have a conversation on the internet. And while I'm not like the smartest, most philosophical person, I'm like now feeling like the conversations I have on the internet are so superficial. It's jading me the fuck out now. Oh, thanks, cooking. Yeah, and that's what brought me more attention, not only to you, but to support you. I completely understand that there's risk in that factor that and causes some to have discomfort or, like you said, leave the very things that support them. You sharing some of the experiences you had with me and still doing what you do is hell inspiring, and seeing you develop all the way to today. Proud. Thanks, Super Jones. I know. I feel like you've always given me this respect as a human on the internet. So that I can thank you for that. I feel like I connect more with certain people here on Twitch. Certain people on Twitch, because I feel like you guys actually do treat me like a human and not CC the idol, CC the influencer, CC the model with big tits or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a cool ass chick that just wants to game.
いらっしゃいませ。セブラゼダズ。
Charm and chivalry died when the words. No, it died way before that, to be honest, Adam. I mean, especially when women became hyper independent and are showing society that they don't really need a man. So there's kind of like no use for a man right now because women can make their own money. Women can provide for themselves. Women can provide emotional support for themselves in different ways. Primarily through like sisterhoods and stuff. This girl needs to use the bathroom. So I think that is also exacerbating the male loneliness epidemic right now. And we were also talking about male mental health because it's what's being celebrated this month. So yeah, I don't really want to get too deep into that conversation anymore, but well, our conversation earlier today was pretty deep and all that. Yeah, it did, definitely. I agree, cooking. I want to talk anime with you. No, but Cece, I appreciate that you're doing your all to create and enjoy time you have rather than just going through the motions. Right, and I feel like that's what a lot of people... I tend to be nonconformist, and I do... You know, me detaching away from what the masses are doing is not uncommon for me. A lot of people are right now are only seeing the influencer side of me because I'm so friendly and I'm so open and accessible. But once people start getting it, a lot of people are right now are only of me because I'm so friendly and I'm so open and accessible. But once people start getting attached, I was talking about being avoidant in friendships, and I'm actually very avoidant in friendships once I start feeling attachment, because I feel like people feel like that they're owed my time and attention, and I don't... It doesn't create peace for me like
いらっ
that.
しゃいませ。アダムスロッキー。
Yeah, thanks, Oto-san. I'm glad that you see that. And actually, that's why I really love John. It's like my dad, basically, because he has always accepted me in any type of personality that I've been in. And you've validated every stage that I've been in, whether it be like, I'm a superstar. You might have like a bias because I'm your daughter, but I love that, being validated through all the different phases that I've been in, because people do evolve, people do change. Lots of things influence people, and I am somebody who often goes through these different growth cycles. We gonna have some fried ass chicken. And I end up outgrowing a lot of the environments that I'm in. It happens a lot. It happened with me growing up, like as a teenager. Once I start feeling discomfort or feel like I'm outgrowing my pot, I end up repotting myself all the time. And I don't really like waiting for somebody to do it for me. I don't really like waiting for my environment to do it for me. Like, I do it myself. This is the part that I don't like about this game, is that after I make the food, you would think that she would automatically eat it, but she doesn't. So you have to manually eat it. Because if you don't, she won't eat it.
Ah.
I've crashed out so many times on this freaking stream. And this... Are we still here? OBS said it disconnected. I'm chugging. Am I chugging or is it the stream? It's the stream. Do you mean lagging? Sorry, I'm adjusting my chat now. Oh, this is the Twitch chat. Where's my restream chat? Fuck, did I... Uh-oh. Is this the restream chat? Oh, here we go. Okay, I meant to do the restream chat, not the Twitch chat. I have played Mortal Kombat 11. That was like a long time ago. Wasn't that like 2013 or something like that? Either way, I'm here for it all and to laugh and smile. Enjoy your time always. Thanks, Jones. I appreciate that. I love that you guys are here, even just digitally, enjoying the content that I put out. And I'm not even trying to put content. I'm just honestly trying to just broadcast my gameplay and interact with some of you guys. So, also side quest, Filipino Day in Carson on Saturday, FYI. Oh, nice. I do have work on Saturday, unfortunately. I actually love that I can use my job as an excuse to just back out of events and like not trying to offend anybody with my antisocial personality right now, but like, dog, this is the same energy as staying home to enjoy my rent. That's really what it is. Like, this is so peaceful, dude. If I could just become a full-blown introvert, which I'm kind of headed there right now, I think that's what I want to do. I love feeling inaccessible right now. I don't want people to like disregard me. I don't want people to like not consider me for gigs. I just simply want people to back off so I can enjoy my peace is what I want. I am having fun. This is a cozy game. Oh, Ultimate? I don't think I played that one. I don't know. I don't know how new that is, so I don't think I played that game. I live on the beach. I haven't really explored all of Inzoi's creative features. Oh yeah, look, I made a dance floor at the top and like no one was dancing up here. I also have like workout gear. It's really peaceful up here. It'd be really cool to have like a top deck in my dream home and to work out like this. Let's go to the squat rack. Let's work out. Since it's morning and all her stats are full. Hi, Mentalia. I've been more collecting my Pokemon than shooting and been enjoying that part of life again. upgrading my childhood with adult money. I like that. Yep. And I actually think you're really good at this, EXT. Often you'll pop in and then pop out of social media. And I have a lot of photographer friends like you. What does that sound? Is there somebody in my house? You hear that? Oh, I didn't know there was a playground next to me. Huh. Someone is like uncomfortable somewhere. Like I want to shoot, but also more like want to shoot something I'm more proud of than just content. Yeah, I get that too. Like you want more
い
fulfillment
らっしゃいま
out
せ。
of
メンタリ
your
ア。
craft or what you like doing. And right, and so that's kind of how I got with I ended up feeling with social media. Like I would post something, but it would feel soulless. It would feel kind of empty, like there's no value here. And I felt like that about consuming content too. I would kind of like doom scroll and I used to be so inspired, but then like a lot of the content that I've been consuming is just so fucking, there's no value to it. Not even an entertainment value. Like I can't even, it hasn't even, it's like devolved only to entertainment. So then like when I don't even get the entertainment part of it, like I'm just not even enjoying social media at that point. So I stepped away from Twitter for a little bit. I can't totally limit my interaction or just like engagement with social media because it's my job. Same. I used to post like almost every day. I do like doing stories because they're quick and off the cuff. But I've been doing that for years. But actual posts, like scheduled posts, I'll do it every now and then, every blue moon. But I haven't been posting either. I have a shit ton of content to post, but do I feel like posting? Not really, because I feel like I'm not providing any value anywhere. You know, I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to go skydiving or anything like that, but I just want a little bit more meaning out of my day-to-day engagement with things. I'm a little jaded. Should she go? She should go do something. I think this is new. I don't remember them putting a playground here before, and I wasn't even in this part of the beach, so they definitely made some updates. I kind of want to go here. This is cute. Let's play on that one. Let's ride that one. Let's ride that one. We're gonna ride that one. Let's play some soccer. Oh, is that me? Oh, there's a person here. I think I'm sick. How do I make my insoi recover? Ooh, some swings. Can she go here? Can you not play on the swings? That's stupid. Why not? Yeah, so I don't. I had a hiatus with my account from June last year to January, giving myself some time to figure out. That's a good hiatus, a 6-month hiatus that make me feel better about life. I decided with my work, to go back to my foundation, which is storytelling. I've been enjoying working with clients and models, telling a piece of their story. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to skydive or ski or get on a submarine to look for the Titanic either. I kind of do want to skydive, but do I need a skydive to feel something? I'm not like one of them people that's like, I need to feel something. It kind of is on the lines of that, but I don't need to do something extra. I just kind of need to have something engaging. I put a hard limit on how much I shoot. Instead of 15 to 20 shots, I do it in 5 to 6 shots. Love that. Yeah. It's about quality, not I do it in 5 to 6 shots. Quality, not quantity. I want to go out Friday and do long exposures again. I miss them. I've been really like limiting the social activities that I do, and it's been really refreshing. And I love not being hungover for a couple days. So like as I get older, it's just been really refreshing to save your energy. And I think a lot of people have had a hard time accepting that about me. Like, oh, Cece's different. How come she doesn't really come out more? How come she doesn't do this anymore? XYZ. I'm like, dog, because I'm growing up. Everybody grows up, everybody matures in some form or fashion, or just people change. You don't even have to call it maturing. It's just change. And I think people aren't ready to hear that. So fuck it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think the word here is intention. I've been a lot more intentional with how I engage with people and how I use my energy. Yes, it's about being purposeful with what you shoot and how you compose the look you want prior to doing it. I've shot with EXT and it was definitely quick and it was very intentional. In the small amount of shots that we have gotten and the small interactions that we've had, EXT has gotten some of the best photos that I've had. Hi Emily, good morning. What time is it over there for you? It's 12:26 where I'm at right now. I told myself that's why I'm not doing weddings anymore, not doing media, just doing me, nothing else. Good. That's good. All right. Now, that kind of sucks that I can't use the swing. And there's not a lot of people here. Oh! Y'all. Nuh-uh. I can't ride this? Now, why would you put jet skis and not let us use it? That's a weird update. Can we walk here? Oh, they added this. They didn't add this before. What? I don't remember this. You wanna go fishing? Should we go fishing? Advanced bait. I wonder what you do with the fish. Okay, Trishan. Aw, thank you, EXT. Right, and I think that's why I feel so fulfilled and that I can step away from like social media and modeling is because I was extremely intentional about all the connections and networking and relationships that I made throughout my social media career. And the fact that like I left leaving a lasting impression on everyone that I have had an encounter with, like that makes me happy. It lets me know that like I made my mark, and if I don't ever see you again, that like you guys have a positive memory of me and a positive interaction with me that you guys remember. And I think that's important. Good morning, Rob. I'm supposed to go to the amusement park. I completely dropped my social media. I'm not on any platforms. Damn, really? You did a total cleanse. Aw, thank you, EXT. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate everybody who remembers like their interaction with me. It's really cool. Okay, I think we caught a fish. I still gotta feed my snakes, take a shower. This was a good day off. I was a little mad about it at first. Oh, who are you strutting for? Did you guys see that? She was strutting. She like put her hair behind her ear. That was cute. Cross paths. That's what I was trying to say. Like I couldn't get that out. I know I think that happens with a lot of my photographers. I actually started out as like a really big fan of like their work. And I wish it was more that
いらっしゃいませ。
with other
ロブレレ
models,
26
because I kind of want other models to really appreciate a photographer's work. And I even had to pay some photographers because I really just really wanted to be a part of their portfolio. I was just such a fan of their work for years. Like Wicked Niche was one of them that I had been a huge fan of because he shot a lot of my import model idols. Ah, I agree with that, Jones. Yep, same here. I'm not gonna take the time to like force somebody to get to know me. It's like either you do or you don't, and I'm pretty transparent too. Have you or will you play Claire Obscure? What's that? I've never heard of that. Why is are these just all homeless people? Nuh-uh. Why are they all? Is this a glitch? Y'all, I think this is a glitch. Y'all got a shit or something? What bug is this? It's the stomach bug. They all look like they got a shit. What's happening? Why are they all miserable? I'm over here walking like, I don't care. What the heck? Oh, I keep hearing about Expedition 33. My little brother told me about that and a few other people. Can you tell me what genre this game is? Because I don't know. I keep hearing about it though. The moans are sus. Dude, that bug was crazy. I'm glad I got that on video. I'm gonna send it in our the Enzoy Discord. Be like, devs? Who did this? Turn-based RPG. Oh, my little brother said it's probably one of the best things he's played since Final Fantasy. So, that's cool. I want to try it. Souls-like, but RPG elements. Should we watch gameplay of that? I'm only like playing this cozy game as low-key. Like, if I can run this game and still my camera hasn't froze yet, that's a great sign. I'm so happy that I freaking figured it out finally. Actually, I'm curious now. Let's save this game. I forgot how to save this game, guys. I got Yu-Gi-Oh playing in the background. What'd you guys have for dinner? What y'all eat? What did you guys eat? Exit. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me check on my Monster Hunter download. Okay, we're gonna let that download overnight. I really want to show you guys Monster Hunter. I'm gonna have to start a new file. I'm gonna have to start a new file, but I think I can catch up to where I'm at my on my PS5 at my boyfriend's place. So I play Monster Hunter at my boyfriend's place. And you'll see it on YouTube whenever I stream. I'm trying to rack up my watch hours, but oh yeah, Taco Bell. Apparently, it was made and thought up of by an ex Ubisoft employee who just came up with the game while he was bored at work. That's lit. I wish I could do that. I wish I could be like, I have an idea. Let's make a video game. That's really cool. Let's see. I know I've been craving Taco Bell too. You guys like my little cat paw thing here? This is from the Enzoy influencer package when they launched the game. And my roomie got me this Hello Kitty plushie here. So cute, right? And I'm really working on clearing up my room. It looks so much better than it did before. Like my bed is clean and everything, and it just looks really nice. I always try my best to have a clean background or like some sort of RGB looking shit. I really love it. And I got this lamp too. I can like change the color. Ooh, that's pretty. Nah. Jesus. That's okay. Bright. Ooh, this is nice too. I like this one. Let's do the pink. Okay, we're gonna let Monster Hunter. Let's go check out the Expedition 33 that you guys keep talking about. I love lamp. Official. Okay, let's watch the trailer first because I have never seen this. Okay, let's watch this.
Rated M for mature.
Oh, dramatic.
You're only going to make things worse for everyone.
No,
いらっしゃいませ。
she
ヘ
chose
ゼ
to
レ
come.
ス君。
I didn't make the rules between you two.
My koi bai ba. I don't know if I said that right. What does that mean?
For those who come after,
Ska.
right?
I thought I was used to losing people.
Yeah, me too.
This looks so cool. Is it only turn-based?
Take everything.
It's so dynamic.
Is this true? Miles with him. We need to go now. Who are you?
I see myself watching this in 5 minutes from now. Wow, this looks so cool.
I know it seems absurd to offer oblivion as recompense, but
She'll never paint again.
Should we watch the IGN review? I know they can be kind of harsh and biased, but I've been watching IGN reviews since I was like a teenager. Love it. Play it on 100. Have play it on 100%. Oh wow. It looks beautiful. The announcement trailer for this was crazy to watch too. I remember seeing it in a state of play by PlayStation. Oh my god, this is so cool. The way our video games have evolved. Okay, let's just watch the review. Spoilers, if you guys don't want to see the
It's one
spoilers,
thing to
then
wear
go
your
away.
influences on your sleeve, and it's another to wield those influences to create something that can confidently stand on its own merits. Clair Obscure Expedition 33 is explicitly built on many of the ideas of the great modern and classic Japanese RPGs, and French developer Sandfall isn't shy about it, nor should it be.
Felt familiar somehow.
Beautiful.
From the bold stylings of its magnificent turn-based combat to the melodramatic but genuine storytelling tropes it largely embraces, so much of Clair Obscur feels familiar yet refreshing. Its superb execution on those ideas puts its own stamp on them for one of them somber but hopeful journeys I won't soon forget.
Expeditioners. The Sword of Lumiere.
Movie? There's a Monster Hunter movie?
We honor your dedication.
In Clair Obscur, the people of Lumiere live in a fractured reality. Every year, a godlike figure they
What
call
platform?
a paintress marks a number on a tower far off in the distance, counting down the age at which people will perish into nothingness. You lead the survivors of the latest in a series of annual expeditions that set sail in hopes of destroying the paintress, none of which have ever come back despite decades of attempts.
Know that Lumiere stands with you.
It's a harrowing premise that hangs a heavy layer of melancholy over the entire story. Knowing that your people are fighting against their own extinction by signing up for a death march, facing unknown dangers, and picking up the pieces left behind by expeditions long gone, it's easy to become invested in their fate and the mysteries that dictate their world.
We're the only ones left.
I finished the main story and a decent amount of side content in about waste a moment. There isn't really any filler along the critical path, and it doesn't
You're alive! I thought I was the only one left.
time that offers a chance to breathe and take in the world. There's an embedded urgency here that works in its favor. I love a good 80-hour is a nice change of because of that relatively shorter length, the sharp system never dulls. The Persona vibes from unmistakable, but more prominent is its active element. Real-time button inputs boost potency in special attacks and let you dodge and parry enemy attacks, which works wonders for making fights engaging. Against
The
tougher
animations are
enemies, you
beautiful.
don't really stand a chance unless you're paying close attention to visual and audio cues for dodges and parries and establishing a rhythm. The initial trial and error of learning attack patterns will be frustrating at times, but when I'm locked
What?
in
I
like
didn't
it's
know it was a
Sekiro,
Monster Hunter
there's an
movie.
intensity here I don't think I've ever felt in a turn-based RPG. And there's nothing quite like the rewarding slow-motion camera cut and emphatic counterattack of a precisely timed parry. Every party member has their own specific mechanics that typically revolve around building up their unique resource in battle and managing action points, or AP, to execute the more heavy-hitting attacks. Their skill trees are concise, so Clair Obscur is still approachable
she
in
got
that you're
blood
only
all
given
over
a
her face.
handful of tools and then
Jesus.
are asked to have a strong grasp of how they work, with the emphasis on meeting certain conditions and inflicting specific knock-on effects to make the most of when you're lining up attacks. It reminds me of mechanics that you'd see in a CRPG, but fine-tuned for a classic-style Japanese RPG. The way their skill sets can synergize and play off of each other also shows an understanding of what makes a turn-based system sing. You may establish a routine opener, but as a fight goes on, it becomes more about adapting to all the variables thrown at you and earning the satisfaction of pulling off your most powerful attacks. Then there's another layer called Pictos. These attachments offer game-changing stat boosts and perks that drastically affect how you can gain AP, the bonuses you get from dodges and parries, or the way status effects work, and more. Using Pictos for long enough eventually allows you to stack their perks in what are called Lumina, and really build a character in ways their skill tree cannot. Navigating these menus is kind of a pain since things get messy once you're sifting through 50+ options packed in a tight screen,
Yeah, that's
but
a
when it
little
all
overwhelming.
clicked, taking the time to configure my party was well worth the hassle. Setting the right loadout elevated my party in ways that were crucial for the most challenging fights. My biggest worry early on was actually that Clair Obscur was going to be too easy as I steamrolled almost every enemy for roughly the first third of the main path. It definitely ramps up as it goes on, however, weaving in more creative enemy attack patterns and doing more with status effects or enemy shields, for example, pushing me to try out new approaches with my party. That provides depth while staying concise, and if you're clever enough,
Wow,
you're
these
even allowed
monsters
to
look really
break the game, so to
unique.
speak, as its systems let you scale up in a way that's rewarding rather than exploitative. All that is to say, I played these kinds of RPGs my entire life, and I'm confident in saying that it's one of my favorite turn-based combat systems ever. It has room to grow, but it's a brilliant start.
It's like a pretty positive review from IGN.
There's something very old school about Clair Obscur, and its overworld is one of the clearest ways in which it harkens back to classic RPGs. The map is filled with optional locations and secrets, many of which aren't accessible until you unlock new travel methods, similar to getting chocobos and airships in the Final Fantasy games of yore. It's actually really charming, embracing its video gamey aspects while knowing it doesn't have to always take itself so seriously. Distant landmarks create a sense of wonder, and eventually you can go visit them to fight super bosses or play silly minigames for unique items or uncover a bit more about the story you wouldn't have seen otherwise. And that side content accounts for roughly
so pretty.
another 20 hours of gameplay on top of the main story. There's no real quest log, so there isn't an elegant way to track what you stumble upon, but rather than feeling obtuse, it gives the
this is
impression
so
that these
beautiful.
secrets are yours to discover in true throwback fashion. The main locations you visit function like dungeons where you fight your way along a fairly direct track with extra items tucked in nooks and crannies off the beaten path. You approach and hit enemies to initiate combat, and they respawn if you decide to replenish your health and items at flags planted by previous expeditions that function like checkpoints. Exploration is limited in this regard, but it helps each of these main story sequences stay focused. For as linear as the main path can be, a minimap still would have been handy just to keep track of the alternate paths I've already gone down, because sometimes it's easy to get lost. It is a consolation that every place you visit is visually striking, whether it's the ethereal whimsy and natural beauty, or the brutality of the trenches and battlefields where bodies of past expeditioners are piled high. Regardless, I was often in awe of Clair Obscur's world. What really etches an RPG into the pantheon of greats, however, is always going to be its story. My heart was all in on Clair Obscur's themes of facing mortality, making sacrifices for future generations, and the different ways we handle grief.
I'm sorry about earlier.
This is another harrowing exploration of topics like this, for the way it contextualizes time and age, but also for its portrayal of grief becoming destructive to those around you should it consume you. Its brevity does work against it at times, as the story shifts in sudden directions later on, but even then, it's consistently carried by an A-list cast. The acting and voice performances are incredible, with dialogue that plays out like natural real-life conversations.
I talked to the stars a lot after he was
Hi,
gone.
Tyga.
I remember.
Thank you for the
Small
TikTok
gestures,
gift.
subtle expressions, and a
earlier
cadence
this
of
week.
line
Thank you
deliveries
so
ground
much.
its characters for a story that feels as real as
Expressions
it
are
is
great.
fantastical.
I didn't take you for a coward.
I'm not a coward.
You swore the oath. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
Despite its deeply sad premise, it also manages to inject some levity that is largely charming rather than forced.
Get out of my way!
Jeez.
Silly wooden guys called gestrels occupy most of the continent, working as both comic relief and a lens to understand unknown parts of the world. Your party will goof with each other and share parts of their personal lives at camp, and while not all of it is riveting stuff necessarily, those brief moments are vital for rounding out the human element that this story channels.
Ooh, nice one.
I know.
Admittedly, there are moments in which Clair Obscur embellishes in its sorrow a bit too much. It perhaps gets a little overdramatic at times, but it's able to find its footing by evoking a very specific tone that leans heavier into what you'd expect more from a theater production than a Hollywood blockbuster. And from that perspective, playing out like a classical tragedy is an integral part of its identity.
We can't bring anyone back. But I thought we can keep their spirit alive by pushing forward.
It feels like an expression of French art history at times, wearing its culture on its sleeve as an enticing
Pretty.
artistic foundation. It's not just in the distinct Belle Epoque aesthetic or the French phrases characters use, but it's in the motifs that invoke theater, painting, dance, and music, which are woven into the very fabric of its fictional world, with music being the most powerful one.
Been a long time since I've seen you play.
Like every great RPG, an evocative soundtrack can uplift it to become a truly memorable experience,
that
and
expression?
Sandfall understood the assignment.
いらっしゃいませ。血が吹い
There's
て
almost
I'm
too much
excited to
good
hear the
music that certain
soundtrack.
songs didn't get enough time to stick in my head, but at every turn are amazing songs that hype you up for battle, get you in a groove with catchy melodies, or set the tone for a wistful atmosphere. Clair Obscur's soundtrack is stunning, and will be one of the reasons I won't forget this game.
The verdict. What is
In
it?
so many ways, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 reminded me of numerous classic and modern RPGs I love, but developer Sandfall truly understood why those games are special and made those pieces its own. Its creative turn-based combat system is fantastic, keeping me engaged while impressive visual flourishes bring it all together. The story can be a touch messy and melodramatic at times, but there's still an earnestness to how it frames mortality and grief, and the different and destructive ways we may handle it, all delivered through fantastic performances from an A-list cast that gives its story the heart it needs to really hit. The contrast between its artistic sensibilities and old-school RPG design philosophy shows a clarity of vision, as if it was scoped just right
is
to
so
focus on the
cool.
things that matter most, making it a true modern throwback. And so, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 stands strong alongside its inspirations,
9.
and I hope that it too can be an inspiration for those who come after.
Tom Marks, Executive Reviews Editor, here with Michael Hyam again to talk about his review of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Michael, you have reviewed a ton of RPGs for us. You reviewed Metaphor ReFantazio, Persona 3 Reload, Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Wow.
You've done a ton. We joked in the lead up to Clair Obscur that you were like the sad RPG reviewer, the
Taiga.
get you in your feelings
Yeah,
RPG
that was
reviewer.
on
Why do
a
these
winning streak that
emotionally
day.
kind of rich
I've been really
games
killing it at
appeal
work.
to you like this, that you're drawn to them?
Damn, you're asking some deep questions, man. But I do think it comes from a place of these kinds of stories
I want
resonate
to
with
learn
me
how to
because
do
they're
game reviews
instructive
like
and they're
this. I feel like I'm
illustrative,
not
and it
good
kind of,
enough.
you know, when people say, oh, a game changed their life or whatever, I really do feel that because it gives you perspective. It gives you a different way to see things. And I've experienced that a lot in my life, playing a lot of RPGs that have these emotionally charged stories
Yeah.
that kind of inform how I move or interact with the people in my life. I think I often refer to Persona 5 as a touchstone for that because playing that game when I first moved to a new city for a new job, I was kind of like reevaluating my relationships with people, and I was kind of like a stranger in a place, and I didn't really know how to make new friends in this particular context. But I think like
Pause. And this is such a nerd thing of me, but and others. Video games saved my life in a way that like I often take what I've learned in a video game and make it applicable to real life. Like I use visual gauges that you would normally see on a HUD display or whatever on your video games, the way you interact with like NPCs or like do decision making or inventory management. Like it's all, in my opinion, applicable to real life to a degree. And I think there's so much value in playing video games and like learning from them and bringing those strategies to real life. So that would, it's, I don't know, I think what he's saying is pretty on point. Oh my god, I would love to do video game reviews. Game design course on YouTube University. How do I find something like that, Taiga? I really want. The guy was so articulate. I'm pretty sure he didn't just pull the script out of his ass. He definitely maybe had his own like notes and stuff like that. But I have been watching game reviews like this all the time. And I'm not trying to make this a sexist thing, but I rarely see many girls doing stuff like this. And I just love video game reviews, and I love, even if they're like really critical. I know that IGN has like such a bad reputation now on being too critical about video games or unrealistic, but I love how they do reviews. There we go. Yeah. Problem solving is literally the whole point of a video game. How do I beat this boss? How do I escape a room? How do I solve this puzzle so I can get this jewel? Everything is literally based around problem solving in video games. And it's not just about, like, it's not just about visuals or the nuance of like storytelling. It's not just about that. Definitely the storytelling for sure, which I think we've lost that. And I like that he brought up that a lot of the cutscenes were really like evocative and emotionally charged, as he said, because I think that's what's missing in our video game culture right now, and that's why we tend to. And I think that's why we tend to look back at games back in like the PS2 era. PS3 had some really, really revolutionary games, but like PS2 was a very emotional era for a lot of us, since it was like what is it? Like a coming of age phase for a lot of us. And those games that we played were really, really brought out those emotions in us. So yeah.
Playing through
Really
Persona
love that
5
he
and
pointed
kind of
that part out.
understanding how to navigate relationships was instructive. Like, I'm not saying that it taught me how to do it, but it was like, oh, here's a way to think, a different way to think about those things. I've played a lot of these emotionally charged stories, and then I've taken something away from it. It's given me perspective. In my Persona 3 Reload review in particular, where I mentioned I had played that game previously,
Everybody's
but a
been
lot of
telling
things
me
have
to play
happened in
this,
my life where I have to like confront my
Persona.
own mortality. I've lost my parents since then too, and so I come into
Aw.
this having played a lot of these games already. So I mean, it's not like it's completely new to me. Its themes aren't completely new to me, but I do think they execute on them really well. And I think themes of what do you do with the time that you have left, how you handle grief, and kind of understanding how different people handle their grief and how that can be destructive to them and the people around them. Those are one of the themes that I think Claire Obscure hits on really well. And just like that certain
Sydney Goodman and Stella Chung, I think, used to do gameplay breakdowns. If you're looking for women that do it, wow, you fucking know everything. Tyga, I need some advice. I think I fixed my camera because it doesn't freeze anymore. I tested it out and it didn't freeze when I was video gaming because I changed the port where I connect my camera. I just put it in order though the other day for the Razer Geo Ultra Pro 4K webcam. Should I return it? That thing was like a $300 something. Or should I keep it? I don't have a substitute for this camera. And it was really infuriating that my camera kept freezing over and over and over and over again. Like this has been a problem for years. Should I keep it or should I return it? Should I save? I think I should save some money.
sorrow about the premise and knowing when your time is coming, and kind of the main character Gustav also always says, for those who come after. That's like his catchphrase, and there's this theme about, I'm not doing this for myself, I'm doing this for folks who will come after me because I'm not the only person that matters in this world. And like, that is a consistent theme throughout Clair Obscur that I think it frames it really well and hits on that really well, and I think that it's going to resonate with a lot of people.
I am not letting Mael die out here. I'm taking her home.
So apart from getting you in your feelings, let's talk about your RPG tastes in general. You know, RPGs come in a lot of different flavors, shapes, sizes, colors, all that stuff.
I'll return it.
What's sort of your go-to, your comfort zone with that thing?
I hate
is
returning
it turn-based?
stuff,
Is it
but I'll do it.
action? Are you
I've only had to do it a
more
couple
focused
times.
on the story or more focused?
Okay, sorry. Attention span not lasting that long. But anyways, that was really, really good. Let's go back to chat. Hold on, let me check my Steam download. God damn, that's still a long way. I bought Monster Hunter, so wait, hold on. Yeah, you guys told me that there's a Monster Hunter movie. Yeah, I was having overheating issues with this camera that you're looking at right now. This is my Sony ZV-1. Sony ZV-1 is known for overheating. Monster Hunter movie. Yeah, I was having overheating issues with this camera that you're looking at right now. This is my Sony ZV-1. Sony ZV-1 is known for overheating. I thought it was like I was using like in my other apartment, I was like putting the AC on. I was considering like getting a fan. Turns out that I think I had it plugged into the wrong port. I don't know why like I felt like I tried every single port, but I put it in one port tonight and it just started working. So I think after today, if it continues to freeze during gameplay, I will just probably buy a webcam. And who knows, maybe there might be like an upgraded webcam, like an upgraded Razer webcam by that time. 4 years ago. That's not terribly kind of long ago, but what? Well, that's because I didn't know anything about Monster Hunter. Hold on, let me put this window up for you guys. Ah, that's so loud. Sorry. Mila, dude, I love this girl. Mila Jovovich. I tried pointing a fan at it, I think a month ago, and that didn't work. Anytime, literally, anytime I launched a game, it would freeze instantly. If it's loud, I'm so sorry, guys. Just turn it down.
Captain, do you have any idea what those markers are?
They look pretty ancient. The tracks end here. It's definitely Bravo team.
They don't just disappear.
I know, right, Krishan?
Where the hell are we? That lightning, it hit those markers and it took us somewhere.
What?
Guys!
So what? Are we like
No
Guardians of the
way, they
Galaxy
made this
now?
a movie? And it's like the military?
Yeah, Ross.
Holy shit.
Did you see that thing?
I kept hearing about Monster Hunter, but I just never got into it until now.
I don't care what those creatures are. We destroy them and close the gateway. I'm getting us all home.
The dual blades! I feel like they didn't have to make it like that dramatic. I don't know. What about like all the fantasy elements of monster? I mean, I've only played one Monster Hunter, so I don't really know how the other ones are like. But like, where's the fantasy element of that? How about Monster Hunter Wilds review? After this, I probably will wrap it up, guys. I have to shower. I have to wash my ass and feed my snakes. Not in that order. Let's watch. So I've already beaten the main story, or like the first main story, all the way up until I think it's up to like Hunter rank 7 or 10 or something like that, and then like you get to like quote end-ish, not end game, but at post story quests around Hunter rank 12, 13 or something like that. So right now I'm Hunter rank 20 something.
After the massive success of both Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise, it makes sense that Capcom would do whatever it can to welcome that wider audience into the next frontier. That's exactly what Monster Hunter Wilds does, smoothing out the already excellent process of turning big scary dragons into silly little hats to be faster, more flexible, and less fiddly than ever before.
Sorry, 1 second. I don't know, the quality looks really bad right now.
The other side of those dual blades, however, is that Wilds is light on any real challenge, even for what I'd expect at launch, never asking me to think hard about my equipment. But while the monsters may not pose much of a threat this time around, smart tweaks to combat still mean the act of carving them up has rarely felt better.
love this game. I didn't realize how much I was going to love
My first surprise in
it.
Wilds was that the campaign isn't just a totally forgettable excuse
I
to
haven't
kill anything
seen
that crosses
the new
your path
Elden
this
Ring,
time. Okay,
game yet.
it's still mostly
I've seen a
that
little bit
as
of
you
Ghost of
explore yet
Yotei.
another uncharted
Excited
land to
about that
solve
one.
some mystery. But while the story itself isn't particularly fresh, the difference here is that the characters within it are actually pretty great. Whether it's the excitable engineer Gemma,
We are so gonna talk later, pal.
your empathetic handler Alma,
What friends, Trishan?
Heard of him?
or the total space cadet of a biologist Eric,
This forest is amazing.
your team is full of likable personalities and little character arcs throughout the gorgeously animated cutscenes.
See? Told you they'd be fine.
And that was enough to get me more invested. The revamped structure of Wilds also means that campaign is significantly shorter than I was expecting.
Yeah, it was really short.
I reached the credits in just 15 hours and didn't have to fight a single monster twice in that time, getting
Yeah.
enough materials from any initial encounters.
So when I think the reason they did this is so that they could introduce you to all the different types of monsters, and it was super linear. It was really fast.
Keep my gear up to snuff and jump right from
And
one
if you're
mission
talking
to the
about like
next.
the people in the background, Trishan, those are my roommates.
When you compare that to the 40 plus hours it took to see the end of the story and world, it feels like the intent is to allow more people to quote unquote beat Wilds. And I certainly appreciate how that shift toward approachability might appeal to anyone who has been traditionally intimidated by the series. But as
I
a veteran,
love the
I can't
insect
help but be
glaive.
a little disappointed that I literally didn't get knocked out once in that entire time. There's never a skill or armor testing wall of a monster that forced me to really consider my equipment choices more deeply in order to earn the reward of a hard-fought victory.
There were a couple of challenging monsters. I think it's just really fucking good.
Avoiding spoilers, there is, of course, more to do once you get past the credits. That's where the larger changes Wilds makes to the traditional Monster Hunter loop really start to shine. Gone are the days of returning to a separate town between every hunt, then going down the same checklist of tasks before you're ready for the next one.
I hate that monster
Pretty much
so
everything
much.
you need is out in the field with you, and you're never more than a lickety-split loading screen away from whichever beautiful area you want to be in. Convenient adjustments are all over the place, like food buffs being tied to a timer now that sticks around between hunts. It doesn't even tick down while in camp, making a previously repetitive process
I love
substantially
the
smoother
food animations
without removing the
and food
depth
scenes.
it added to hunts.
Nothing like home cooking.
The roaringly successful result of those changes is that a vast majority of the friction past games could produce as you start and stop and restart between every encounter has been removed. Now you can just check your map for monster information and go hunt.
Yeah.
The monsters you'll face are also generally excellent.
Yeah,
that could be
they're
a flashy
so
newcomer like the
fun.
flamenco-inspired Lalabarina, or Wild's headliner Arkveld and its chain-like appendages.
That was an annoying monster. I
But the
fucking
true
hated that one.
stunner has to be
this
New
was-
Udra. The tentacles
this
of
was
Monster
hard.
Hunter's first octopus-like creature can be as unpredictable to contend with as you might expect, especially when they're literally on fire. And the satisfaction of severing every single one of them over the course of a hunt is second to none. The appeal of Monster Hunter's fights has always been how it empowers you with flashy
Walahara.
moves and hard-hitting attacks, but
Shangri-La
knowing
Frontier.
when to strike and where to
Ooh,
stand
okay.
and how the monster will
Yeah, I
behave
love
next
this
is
game.
just as important as figuring out which buttons to press. That's true in Wilds too, but combat is also more flexible and forgiving here. For example, you can adjust your footing a little more mid-combo, resulting in fewer moments where a mistimed attack with a long animation had me embarrassingly slicing at the air. In many ways, the combat feels like it's all about the new wound system this time. Wounds open up once you deal enough damage to a given body part, and then you'll deal extra damage when attacking them. But deal enough damage to a wound and it'll break, resetting that spot. Every weapon also has a simple to execute focus strike that will deal a burst of damage to a wound and break it right away. So maximizing the amount of time you leave one open and then using that finisher before it
I'll
closes
answer that
naturally
question after
is
this
an interesting
video,
subgame to
Trishan,
manage.
but I'll get to that in a little bit. I
Or
wanna answer
at
that
least
question.
it would be if Wilds ever presented me with a
It's on
challenge that
Netflix?
pushed me to make those considerations.
I'm looking
Whether
it
I was
up right
playing
now.
online or solo, I've never
When I find a game that I absolutely fall in love with, I like watching anything about it. I mean, if there's a cartoon, if there's like a docu on it, if there's like a lore on it on YouTube or something, Let me search. I have my TV right next to me. I hate my remote. It's so slow, dude. Fuck! Mon... What is it? Monster... What is it called? Oh, is this it? Monster Hunter Legends of the Guild? How do I save this? Let me just play it and then pause it. Eee! Oh my god! That just made me so happy. Thank you, Mentalia. Fuck, dude, I gotta sleep soon. I want to watch this tonight, but maybe I can fall asleep watching it. It's a whole hour. So maybe I can just doze off to it tonight. Oh my god. So I did see on like a IGN guide of like some list of monsters and stuff, and I saw that they brought back some monsters from previous games. So kind of makes me curious as to see like what content is in the past games. It's the same feeling I got when I fell in love with Diablo. And for the record, kudos to my boyfriend for putting me on these games. I didn't download Monster Hunter. He's the one that brought it up. He's also the one that showed me Diablo. So he just keeps finding games that I fucking love.
Never had a mission reach the 20
That's
minute
annoying.
mark, and I've only fainted 2 times total across dozens of hours. Compare that to World, which had real tests like Kieran, who smacked me silly my first couple of attempts, forcing me to regroup and craft an armor set around thunder resistance.
Oh, it's an anime, not a game.
And it's hard
Shangri-La.
not to feel like Capcom's desire to make this a more inviting Monster
Wow,
Hunter
that's a pretty
sanded off some of the
monster.
bumps I actually enjoyed in terms of overcoming big threats. Things do ramp up a little bit in the post-game, but even there I only really had to worry about upgrading my armor or falling behind in damage once or twice during the content that's available at launch.
That one was
After
hard.
the 15 hours it took me to beat the campaign, I only had to spend another 15 to finish every side quest that wasn't about catching fish, and just 5 more after that before I had the best armor set and weapon I could get and a pretty solid suite of skill-boosting decorations. To be fair, I still have plenty more equipment I could grind for. But my usual desire to get the top-tier weapon of each elemental type and put together specialized outfits for certain challenging fights just isn't here this time, because those fights aren't here either. I think a lot of this comes down to raw numbers that could hypothetically be tweaked in one of the many patches that are sure to come. But some of what makes things so easy also seems to be baked into
using
the
the
bones
insect
of
glaive
violence.
too.
For
I think
example,
it's a popular
nearly
weapon.
every time you focus strike a wound, the monster gets locked into a little stagger animation, and you'll be breaking wounds a lot. Meanwhile, on the crafting side of things, my hunt for the best armor was way shorter than I ever expected because materials that are usually super rare can sometimes show up as guaranteed rewards when looking at the monster list on your map. That was excitingly convenient initially, but it's also what brought that loot chase to an almost trivially fast end.
Perfection.
I imagine this difficulty tuning will get a lot more people through the front door, but it also means that where my past 3 Monster Hunter reviews wrapped up around the 50 to 60 hour mark while I still had plenty more I was excited to do, I started losing steam with Wilds before I even hit 40. Don't get me wrong, that's still a healthy chunk of game, and it has absolutely been some of the most fun I've had with the series. I'm also sure any longtime fans will be thinking, well, we just have to wait for updates or G-Rank or whatever for the real challenge. But in that regard, Capcom's own roadmap has left me wary. There's only 1 monster scheduled to be added for all of spring, and then only 1 currently listed for summer. In contrast, Rise also felt slight at launch, but got 6 new monsters just 1 month later, and then 3 more a month after that. Wilds already feels like it needs endgame threats like its formidable Elder Dragons to really push its limits.
Oh my god, this monster is a pain in the ass. I have never fainted or died more than 2 times. I mean, most quests will only let you die 3 times, but I like never got to that throughout the entire time I had been playing this game. This monster was so hard. Even my boyfriend tried to help me, and it was so frustrating. And it took 2 faints, and right before like I died, he died somehow by like a small creature or some sort of stat effect.
And if it instead only gets
a beautiful
one
monster.
returning monster in the first
This
3
was
or so
so
months
hard.
after launch, this could be a long wait until its inevitable expansion.
Oh, this was the Event boss.
That all
Got
said,
it.
Wilds deserves credit for being what has got to be one of the most customizable games I have ever played.
Yeah,
There's a
I
huge
agree.
host of accessibility features. You can adjust the size of or turn off individual elements on your UI. You have more control than ever over your menus and radio wheels, and you can alter the look of stuff like your mount,
Yeah!
chat stickers, and even
I
fast
hate
travel tents to
customizing
a
the cabs.
surprising degree.
I think that's just a
As a
little
crowning
excessive.
touch, you can finally wear any version of each armor set too, essentially doubling the cosmetic options previously available as you get into the all-important fashion side of things towards the end. Partying up online has also been made, trimming its challenge back so much that I barely needed to engage with its in-depth equipment system at all this time to become an apex predator. Its more flexible combat is still some of the most fun I've had with the series, but like the blustering lightning storms of its gorgeous desert, it burns brightly but briefly until Capcom unleashes some real endgame beasts to challenge us.
Hey, that's not bad for an IGN review.
For more, check out our reviews of Avowed or Like a Dragon Pirate.
He was pretty critical about that, but I'm glad I got the score that he gave it, because I honestly think it's not like I don't feel like I need to have too much previous Monster Hunter experience. The game itself, just as is, I think is amazing. Very intuitive menu systems, complicated and really daunting at first, but once you get the hang of it, they're extremely efficient. Very efficient game. All right, guys. It's about that time. I'm ready to call it a night. I did a lot of streaming today. I did a TikTok stream this morning for work, and then another one earlier today, and this one here. But I'm glad that I got my camera to work. Now I don't know what to do with this fucking webcam, but maybe I'll return it. I don't know. Well, all right, guys. I actually am gonna stream on TikTok tomorrow at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. PST. This is gonna be my work stream. This is for the Sunset Girls. So if you guys want to stop by, go to my account on TikTok, TruCici, TruCici, and I'm gonna be streaming there, for 1 hour. And then if I have time, no, actually I have work tomorrow, so I might not even have time to stream. I can probably stream some gameplay after work, when I come home. So I'll probably do that instead. Oh my god, I'm gonna watch this movie though. Thank you for recommending this Monster Hunter Netflix thingy. But good night, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. You lurkers, I see you too. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for jumping onto my stream, taking time out of your day and your night to pop in. So have a good night, guys. I'll see you next time.
"いらっしゃいませ、酒ピレート。